Well, the attacks on 9/11 and the war on terror have left an indelible imprint on the Hampton Roads military community that prevails to this day.
It amped up stress on military families, led to base fortifications, and forced changes in weapons and tactics. Investigative reporter Chris Horne looks at those changes tonight. Chris?
Yeah, Tom, double-digit deployments, base gates watched by soldiers and sailors with automatic weapons, keeping pace with enemies who were becoming more and more sophisticated. They're just some of the changes that we've gone through because of the war on terror. A retired admiral who used to live on Naval Station Norfolk says the changes came quickly.
The physical security was one of the immediate manifestations of the result of 9/11.
Gone were the days when military families, or we in the media, could go right up to a ship for a homecoming.
You could literally say, I will meet you at the foot of Pier 10, and there you go, directly with your van, and you set up, and nobody stops you at the gate. There isn't anybody at the gate. And how the world has changed.
We began battling enemies without uniforms and without countries, and it called for our region to become more specialized, more surgical.
You see a greatly increased special ops presence in Hampton Roads. They've been here for decades, but the sheer numbers of personnel that are stationed here now are much larger after 9/11.
Jason Redman of Chesapeake was a member of SEAL Team 6 when he was wounded in battle in Iraq in 2007.
As the years went by after I was wounded, I watched my teammates where deployment cycles changed, and at last minute they'd shift things around, and they became longer. I mean, I have buddies that ended up doing almost a year-long deployment.
After al-Qaeda leveled the Twin Towers, rammed the Pentagon, and killed dozens more in a Pennsylvania field, Jason's wife Erica knew the stakes were much higher.
After 9/11, these were no longer training trips. These were combat operations.
She recalls how unpredictable life had become.
We scheduled a flight to go to his sister's wedding in St. Croix for, just a couple weeks when he would have, been returning. And I knew that we were not going on that trip.
The war on terror also forced the Pentagon and Hampton Roads to reload with different weapons. No more slow-moving A-10s or armed drones that could be shot out of the sky. Fighter jets, like those at Langley Air Force Base and the ones aboard the George Washington, became the state of the art.
And I need to use more things like F-22s, F-35s, long-range missiles, things of that sort, to avoid the capable air defense systems of a peer adversary.
Redmond points to carrier groups that are on standby with what's going on right now in Afghanistan.
And so obviously that suddenly changes, for everybody who lives in this area. Hey, dad's not coming home or mom's not coming home, because suddenly that changed.
Very unpredictable. Meanwhile, Quigley says the war on terror has affected military recruiting as well. He says people considering the military as a career need to realize the unpredictability and determine whether they can thrive in that kind of lifestyle. Chris Horne, 10 on your side.